Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fanatics, good evening and welcome to Manitoba Midget AAA hockey across the Manitoba Sports Network. Here at the MTS Iceplex for Game 5 in what has been a back-and-forth series between the number 1 seed, Winnipeg Wild, and the number 6 seed, Eastman Selects. I'm Rory McGorn alongside my broadcast partner today, Wayne Cohenhoffen. This broadcast is brought to you by Pembina Highfield MRI, Manitoba's premier expedited MRI provider. Our focus is on same-week MRI diagnostics with affordable pricing. We have several hundred of Canadian patients and trusted by dozens of Manitoba's leading orthopedic specialists, sports medicine doctors, physios, and chiropractors. Visit PembinaMRI.com. Well, Wayne, with the series tied 2 games apiece and home ice playing such a major role, you can tell it's going to get loud in this building with both sides being packed all along this one side here. One of the keys for both teams to grant themselves a trip to the finals against the playoff undefeated Yellowhead Chiefs.
Well, I think if we look at the basically the big three for the Winnipeg Wild, Kyle Benton, Cedric Chenier, and Ben Kopinger, they've been leading this team all year long offensively, and they got to continue to do that. It looks like they're going to be starting those guys again, and I think Nicholas Cicek on the back end has got to be patrolling the back end, of course, giving Anderson all the room he needs to see the puck and just getting it out of the zone as quickly as they can. If you look at the power play numbers, the Eastman Selects or Winnipeg Wild have scored 8 power play goals and a short-handed goal. So special teams are going to be big here as well. You look at the keys to the Eastman Selects, Matthew Osetic, William Cruz, Ryland Hoffman on the front end as well. Also big for the Eastman Selects. Cole DeConnick will be big on the back end as well. They've scored 14 power play goals and 1 short-handed goal, so special teams are going to play a number in this one here today.
Yeah, Cole DeConnick in both the Eastman wins has 5 points, 4 goals, and 1 assist. Young ice level for the Anthems.
He will be a big player again here tonight.
Second straight finals. Obviously the Wild and Eastman met last year in the finals. Winnipeg winning their 4th championship in 4 games. Eastman still looking for their first championship. Interesting note, both teams that scored the first goal in all games have lost. So consistency and a 3-period effort is going to be key in this game.
Oh, for sure it is. And I mean, like you said, the team that scored first loses, so but at the same time, you still want to get that first goal, right? To try and get the momentum on your side, get the fans behind you and this kind of thing. So I still think it's going to come down to a better goaltender in this one. It doesn't matter who scores first. We got Noah Moran on the Eastman side. Last game we did, it was Bellick, but Anderson and Moran are going to stage battle here for sure tonight.
Puck is dropped, and we are on our way. Face-off is won by the Wild. Scrum ensues along the half wall here at center ice. Picked up by Osetic, and he's got some speed. He's got Cruz with him. Cruz takes a shot. Kicked away by Anderson. Puck goes behind the Wild net. Back to get that is Patrick. Patrick now off the wall to his winger. Stuffed there by William Cruz. William Cruz forces it along there. Takes the puck behind his net. Stops it. Drops it back for his winger, and it's intercepted by Patrick for the Wild, and they start a breakout. Up comes Chenier. Chenier looking for Benton's pass, a little too far ahead of him. Intercepted by Hyde of Eastman Selects. Now Coppinger chips it into the Eastman zone. Back to get it is Brulé. Brulé to his other D-man in Draward. Up to Matthew Hill. Hill chips ahead to Preston Seymour. Seymour across the blue line into the Winnipeg Wild offensive zone. Puck in the corner. Hill comes out with it. Back to Brulé at the point. That shot's deflected by Vitale and goes wide of the net. Preston Cruz now sends it in front and no one's home. And here comes Reese Vitale. Vitale across the blue line and into Eastman zone. Chips ahead to the board and goes after the puck. Back to get it to Seymour. He takes a bump there from Ceremit. Vitale still with the puck. Gets pinched against the boards by Brulé, and out comes Preston Seymour with the puck. He's got Hill with him, and he's got Wilton with him. Wilton, Hill to Wilton. Wilton looking for a man in the slot, but no one was there. And now Ceremit for the Wild. Chips it up and off the boards. Almost out of play, but the puck stays in. Now the D-man and McGowan for the Eastman Selects across the red line, sends it in. Eastman makes a change, and the Wild go back after it in Wait, around his own net. Takes it on himself, passes it up to Josh. Josh tries to dick and dangle through 2D, nothing happening there. As Draward picks up the puck, takes a shot from Joe. Poke check there by Borger. Up comes Fox, he steps around McGowan. Still has it, Fox back to the line and Cusack takes a shot through some bodies. Great save there by Noah Moran. First shot on goal for the Winnipeg Wild.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of the body early on, a little over mid in there. We saw William Cruz take out Cedric Chenier right in front of the Winnipeg Wild bench, and that seemed to start a little bit of hitting here. Eastman had a pretty good amount of pressure going there. Nothing really good for goalie scoring chances, but a lot of pressure. Wild come down here, same thing, couple big hits, get a shot on goal. So it's a good start so far.
Noah Moran took over in Game 2 and has looked fantastic throughout those 3 games. Here he chips off the boards. That's to Earl at the point. He takes a shot now. I don't know if Moran saw that one, but the puck missed the net. And now to Maka, the captain for the Wild. Leaves it back there for Fox. Or Kluche, pardon me. Kluche now leaves it for Leonard. Namaka back behind the net to grind it out, try to get the puck. Here comes Leonard. He picks it up behind the net. Circles around in the Eastman zone, drops it back for Namaka. Namaka being pressed there by DeConnick. Namaka comes out, finds a little bit of room, walks the line, head up, takes a shot to the net, low shot, rebound, here's Leonard! And a great save by Noah Moran. Wow. First great scoring opportunity for the Winnipeg Wild.
That was a huge scoring opportunity and one an even better save by Moran as he read that one nicely and he slid across, threw his body in front of it and was able to hang on to it.
Yeah, Namaka with a lot of speed in the offensive zone. Shakes off Cole DeConnick of the Eastman Selects, the all-important D-man for them. And then fires a low shot, which a rebound pops up, right to Leonard, and a great save by Moran. Eastman wins the draw in their own zone. Puck goes around to the defenseman, chipped up to Josh Boschman, and the Wild take over at center. Puck tipped in by Bettens into the Eastman zone. Hard on the puck is Coppinger. He takes a bump there from Brulé. Puck ensues, 4 bodies in the corner, grinding it out, looking for the opportunity. And out comes Smalling with the puck. He just chips it to center, no farther. Borges there waiting for it. Smalling now being pressed by 3 Wild. Out with the puck. Good puck protection by the little man in Smalling. Now here comes Coppinger for the Wild. Coppinger takes a bump there by Osadic. Nice hit. Got the puck off of Coppinger. Chenier and Hyde now battling for it behind the Eastman Select zone. Chenier comes out with it. Back to the point of McGowan. He looks up, takes a shot. That's deflected and goes wide. And now Smalling drops it for Hyde, who gets it to the blue line and out for the Eastman Selects. Working at it there is Brown. Brown off the boards, past center, chips into the Wild zone, and Eastman makes a change.
Yeah, we got a pretty good pace going here right now, Rory, and it's going to come down to, again, like we didn't want to say, but first goal, right, to try and keep that momentum going.
Captain and Drew Draward shoots it in from center right on the goalie in Anderson. He steers to the side, and out comes the breakout for the Wild. Here comes Vitale. Vitale with some speed, makes a move around Draward. Nice defensive play by the captain to get the puck off of Vitale. And now up for Osadic, and the pass just gets right by Osadic, but he tipped it so the icing is waved off. There is Sissik. Sissik up to Namaka. Namaka cross ice now to...
We got a Winnipeg Wild penalty coming up here on an interference. Sissik is going to go to a box for 2 or less. Maybe not a very good penalty on his part, but needless to say, the bodies are flying, and he just bumped them, and he's going to go for 2 or less.
Well, Eastman's going to get our first power play opportunity of the game. Eastman power play percentage of the playoffs sitting at 28%, with a kill for the Wild is a 77.1. Osadic with Cruz and Hoffman, their top line out there to take the draw. Challenge there by Leonard. Face-off won by the Wild, and Earl hammers it around the boards. Stopped there by DeConnick, but good play by Gibbons to work the puck and get it out of the zone and clear it for the Wild. 15:28 left in the first period, still scoreless.
Cole DeConnick is leading his team in power play goals from the back end with 3, so we're going to have to watch him, see how much they set him up on this one.
Now here comes the leading scorer for the Eastman selection, Osadic. He looked for Cruz and he slipped and fell over the blue line. Now back to the captain, Drew Draward. He looks to work a breakout and set up the power play here. Draward up to William Cruz. Cruz gets stuffed there by Cusack of the Wild. And Cusack able to win the battle and get the puck out for a second time. So far, no shots on the power play. Good pressure by the Wild.
Eastman selection just get across the red line, dump it in, and then try and set it up instead of trying to carry it in.
Preston Seymour with some speed. He's got a little bit of room, makes a nice move, takes a shot, but the puck goes a little bit wide off defenseman in Patrick. Now Borger, the other defenseman for the Wild, chips it out. Only the blue line where Cole DeConnick is waiting. And great pressure again by Ceramic of the Wild to get the puck out.
53 seconds left to go so far. Good job on the PK for the Winnipeg Wild.
And Preston Seymour loses the puck there to Gibbons. They got 2-on-1. Gibbons to Leonard. Gibbons to Leonard. And it's off the skate. Passes a little bit behind him. Great opportunity for the Wild. They couldn't capitalize on that one shorthanded. And now Brulé for the Eastman selects. He throws it across ice looking for Hill. Hill picks up the puck, crosses the blue line into the Wild zone. Hill battled there by Patrick. Hill loses the puck. And Gibbons again sends it down. No shots so far for the Eastman selects on this power play.
Ben Kopinger is the only one for a while that scored a shorthanded. No, it's not true. Actually, Griffin Leonard's also scored a shorthanded goal, and he's just going off face now, so we'll have to watch those two guys on the PKs.
Shorthanded goal in Game 3 being the winner for the Winnipeg Wild. And now Grossman is pressured there by Cusack. He sends the puck down one more time. Power play is over. 0 shots on goal for the Eastman Select. But again, great pressure by the Winnipeg Wild. Stretch pass to Grossman. He steps up, leaves it for Boschman. Low shot, sticked away and up and out of play by Anderson. Now Anderson's numbers through the regular season were unheralded. A 1.29 goals against average, a 945 save percentage. So far in the playoffs, they've dipped off a little bit at a 244 goals against average and an 890 save percentage. The Wild are going to need Anderson to have a huge game.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, they're going to be relying on their goaltender in this one. I mean, when you look at the numbers dipping like that a little bit, you got to wonder. But I mean, they've had a good run. They've scored goals, but at the same time, you're allowing goals, which makes that number go down. So the Winnipeg Wild are going to try and control their end and not let any more goals go in.
Here comes Benton in the zone. He looks for DeConnick. DeConnick in front. He scores. Great setup feed by Benton in the corner. Looked like he was stitched off the puck by McGowan. Managed to step around him. Head up. Centering pass to Ben Coppinger, and Coppinger makes it 1-0 for the Winnipeg Wild. 6 minutes and 45 seconds into this game.
And that's Coppinger's 5th of his season, or the playoffs right now. And not like your stats showed before, the team that scores first usually doesn't come out on the winning end of this one. But right now, the Winnipeg Wild got all the momentum, and they got the jump right now. So Eastman's going to have to find an answer here.
And Benton's will get his assist and his 12th point of the playoffs, leading the Winnipeg Wild. Here's Cole DeConnick. He gets the center and chips it in into the Winnipeg zone. Back to get that is Earl. He sends it, leads it for his partner Cusack. It's intercepted there by number 15 and Josh Boschman. Now nice intercepted by Samoa. He makes a move around Waite, but here comes Jost across the blue line with all his speed. He got Benton, leaves it for Couche, or Fox, pardon me, and Fox just mishandled the pass there. Another great opportunity for the Wild. The passes in front are open for the Wild so far. 8 minutes into this game.
That was a good pass there from Josh, as he knew his man was going to be there, and he put it right on his tape. He just couldn't control the pass.
And now Samaling, centering pass up for Brown. Brown chips into the zone and goes after it. Being pressured there by Cusack. Takes a hit from Cusack, gets it down, and the Eastman Selects will make a change. And here come the Winnipeg Wild in Kluche. He gets rubbed out by the big man in Hoffman. Hoffman working with Hyde. Hyde now with the puck. He sends it to Hoffman. Great intercepted by the back of the captain. He steps up, takes a shot, kicked away, and swatted out of danger by the goalie and Noah Moran. And now comes Matt Osadic, the leading scorer for the Eastman Selects. He's got some speed up the right wing. Sidesteps a big check, and we're going to have offside here against Eastman.
No Farm Co-op, exceptional service for the benefit of our members and community. Fuel, fertilizer, hardware, garage, serving Southern Manitoba. See them today from competitive pricing, 204-746-8476.
And we said it before the game, it's going to get loud in this packed arena. All the way around the boards, all the way through the stands. There isn't one place to sit here for Game 5 at the MTS Iceplex.
Well, we weren't expecting anything less than this either, so this is a good atmosphere.
Puck at the red line. Little scrum ensues. Osadic with the puck. He takes a nice hit on Kluche. Puck goes into the Eastman zone, but it's controlled by Brulé of the Selects. Brulé loses the puck there. Here comes Kluche. He's got a little bit of room. Makes a nice toe drag around Hyde. Hyde may have got a little bit of a hook in there. No penalty. Puck falls on the lap of Noah Moran, and he comes up for a face-off in the Eastman zone.
Yeah, they were looking for a penalty on that one, but that was just a good play on Eastman's part there, so definitely no call on that one. But you were talking about the fans. I mean, you go around the net here, and behind the Eastman net, they're like too deep there. So, I mean, there are people absolutely everywhere, even around our broadcast location here, so we better be careful what we say.
We are in Eastman territory, that's for sure. Puck is shot around, and there is Bettens with it. Bettens shakes off his defender, sends it back around in the cycle for Chenier. Chenier now looks up, across back for Bettens. Nice pass, intercepted. Working on him. There's a few bodies now in the corner. Bettens being one of them, Coppinger being another one. There's Hill for the Selects. And I believe it's Wilton. Like we said, a lot of bodies here. Tough to see if Preston Seymour was the fourth body in there. Puck gets out, Selects have control, look for the breakout. Off the wall is Wilton. Wilton now loses the puck there to Chenier. Here comes Coppinger, the goal scorer, across the net. Bettens, slap shot. Nice blocker saved there by Noah Moran. Now Coppinger back around the net. Bettens makes a nice move to shake off his defense, but here comes Chenier. Chenier misses the net on a close opportunity right in front. Xander Chenier, the leading regular season point getter of the Manitoba AAA Midget Hockey League, has the puck in the Eastman Select zone. Chenier controls it, looks for a centering pass. That's blocked there by Seymour. Now Seymour chips it out to the red line and then further. Borgia now up to Chenier. He takes a nice hit there by McGowan, but Ceremit has the puck. Ceremit being worked on by the captain and Drew Draward. Nice hit there by Draward, rubs out Ceremit in the corner. Ceremit still on his feet, still grinding, still working the puck. Great tenacity by Ceremit there. Outheld him is Vitali and also Namaka. Puck to Vitali. Vitali along the boards, around the net. Now Ceremit. Ceremit crunched in the boards by McGowan, but they're going to call a penalty here against Eastman Selects. Puck control still. Here comes Namaka. There's a shot saved by Moran. And now we're going to see the Winnipeg Wild go on the power play. I believe it's McGowan who's going to head to the box. 2 minutes for boarding.
Yeah, it's going to be a boarding penalty, which is good for them because there's only been a hit from behind. He may have been out of this one, so boarding is the call. But right now, the Winnipeg Wild, they are absolutely all over Eastman right now. And if it wasn't for Noah Moran right now, this game could probably be 3-4-0 already. But they got to start finding their legs. Eastman right now looks like they're not skating. They got to find their legs. They got to try and maybe lay off the hitting just a little bit more and try and get back to what makes them the Eastman Selects, and that's a skating game.
Just over 27% on the power play in the playoffs for the Winnipeg Wild. Eastman's PK is at 80.6. A heck of a PK for the Eastman Selects as they clear the puck out 15 seconds into the power play for the Wild. Wild have their top line of Chenier, Coppinger, and Bettens out. Dumped in by Cisic. Cisic now. Bettens with the puck. Back to the line for Cisic. Cisic walks the line. Looks for a slap shot. Doesn't take it. Sends it over to Waite. There's some battling in front of the net. Waite now takes a shot. It's low. It's a great save, but a rebound by Moran. Corralled by DeConnick and sent all the way down the ice. Moran so far stopped 7 out of 8 shots. First shot on the power play there for the Winnipeg Wild.
The Winnipeg Wild leading power play scorer for this playoffs, Kyle Bettens, is definitely out there right now. And Cole DeConnick was staging war in front of the net there, trying to move his man out of the way. And we're seeing a lot of good battles here so far.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good battles in front of the net. We're seeing why Eastman Selects has the 80% PK here as they dump the puck into the Wild zone once again. Pressure by Boschman. He lets the Wild take it behind his net and break it out in Waite. Waite looking for Cisic. Cisic now having a little troubles with the puck, so he turns back and waits for his captain in Namaka. Namaka with some speed across the blue line into the Eastman Select zone. Namaka now protects the puck, goes behind the zone, head up looking for a pass, sends it back to his D-man and Earl. Earl back to Namaka. Namaka down low to Bettens. Bettens looking for a cross-ice pass there for Kluche. It went right through his skates. and nothing happening. Now Cusack at the half wall to Kluche. Nice high shot, but it's just wide of the net. Puck takes a weird care of off the boards, but Earl's there at the point to corral it. Earl now to Namaka. Namaka. Over to Cusack. Cusack down to Kluche. Kluche at the half wall. Across ice to Earl. Dangerous pass. Earl takes a shot there. There's the first eye. Stick in front of the passing lane. And gets out of danger. Puck still in the Eastman select zone. Fox with it in the corner. Fox behind the net there to Namaka. Namaka protects it back to the line in Cusack. Cusack takes a shot from the point. And that's stopped by Noah Moran. Again, nice and square in front of the net. Noah Moran makes the second save of the power play.
Good puck movement there by the Winnipeg Wild as they go around and around and around. Right now, Eastman can't catch up with them. They're moving their feet, but they're also moving a puck from D-man to D-man back to the corner around the net. I mean, they're cycling this thing really well right now. So give a hats off to Eastman goaltender Noah Moran, but the Eastman has got to find a way. And the only guy who scored a shorthanded goal for that team is Preston Seymour. So Eastman's got a lot of work to do here so far.
Power play is over. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the penalty kill. Puck ensues down into the Winnipeg Wild zone. Working at it there is Waite. He moves around the checking forward in Brown. Now Leonard up the board. Takes a nice hit there for McGowan. McGowan, a big helping D-man, throwing his body around early in this game. Back for the Wild is Waite. Waite steps behind his net, turns around, leaves it for his D-man in Borger. Now Borger off the boards, back for Waite. He leaves it there for Zaremit. Zaremit. It's a tip pass up to Vitale, and Vitale takes a shot. Gloved down by Moran, and he just holds on to the puck. Another faceoff. 6:47 left in the game. This first period is brought to you by Blake Vasco of the Sutton Group. Looking to buy or sell your home? Contact Blake at 204-294-6608. Proven results from Blake Vasco.
Let me add one to that as well. Natico, Manitoba, Saskatchewan's best choice in post frame, stud frame, and pre-engineered steel building construction. Check out natico.com.
Face-off won by Eastman in their zone. To the left of Moran. Here comes Bettens for the Wild. I'm sorry, and Gibbons, number 20. Gibbons being worked on there by DeLorme. Now Jost. Jost with the puck. Centering pass for Fox. Pass goes through the slot there into the boards. Nice hit there by Gibbons on DeLorme behind the net. Centering pass for Jost, and again is Cruz for the Selects to break it out and get it out of any danger. Now behind the net again for Gibbons. Gibbons. Nice hit there by DeConnick, but Jost has the puck. He gets hit by Osadic, and Osadic's out with numbers for Eastman. Here comes Osadic, up for Cruz. Cruz chipped it back to Osadic. Pass a little ahead of him, and back is Patrick to steal that. And now Jost. Jost in the Winnipeg Wild zone. He's going to take it himself. He's going to cross center ice. He's going to shoot it into the Eastman select zone, and Winnipeg's going to make a change. There's Grossman. Looking for a pass for Hoffman. That's out of reach. It's going to be icing against Eastman.
That shift we just saw with Eastman selecting Cole DeConnick, that's what he needs to keep doing. He's a big physical body who can move the puck and skate, but in his end, he had a big hit here on Leonard, and then turned around, went behind and let net do another hit, and I missed the number on that one, but he's got to be physical. He's got to be physical in his own zone and not take any penalties.
Back in the Eastman zone is Coppinger with the puck. Throws it to the net, but Osadic there is breaking up any danger. Osadic gets it out of the zone to the red line, no further. Where Earl is waiting for it. Earl to his D-man and Cusack. He gets to the blue line and sends it in the Eastman zone. Coppinger leaves it for Earl. Earl, a shot from the point, down low pass to Chenier. Chenier steps out in front, doesn't take a shot, looking for Bettens. Chenier worked on there by Matt Osadic. Back to the point for Cusack. Cusack, a wide pass, wide of the net to Coppinger. Coppinger now spins it back for Bettens. Good cycle going on by the Winnipeg Wild. Bettens takes a nice shot there by DeConnick. 3-4 bodies in the corner, working for it. 2 Wild, 2 Selects. Out comes Chenier with it. Chenier now losing the puck to Joel DeLorme. DeLorme up to the boards and stopped there by Coppinger. And DeConnick gets to the point, but is stopped there by Earl. Great ability to keep the puck in by the Winnipeg Wild. Eastman wanted a penalty there as Coppinger may have interfered with Matt Osadic, but nothing happening. And now Bettens behind his own net in front to Coppinger. He takes a great shot, but misses the net. Fantastic opportunity for the Winnipeg Wild. Coppinger, 217s in the corner, and DeConnick and Coppinger back to the point for Borger. Borger takes a shot through a swarm of bodies, but Moran somehow saw that and kicked it aside into the corner. Now DeConnick for the Selects. Tips it out and again stopped by Waite to the Wild. Great pressure by the Wild. Here comes Coppinger. along the boards. Low shot, sticked away there by Noah Moran. And now DeLorme being worked on by Bettens. Comes out to Hoffman, he chips it out, and finally the Eastman Slugs are going to get it out of the zone. Preston Cruz puts some pressure on Waite, shoves him down. And while they're able to get it out of the zone by Leonard. Leonard up to Kluche. Kluche has Namaka with him. Namaka in the slot. He takes a shot just high of the net. Puck comes to the point where Waite's there. Keeps it in. Now Namaka behind the net. Namaka is out there with Kluche and Leonard. Waite and Borger on the point. Kluche now with the puck. Protects it. Comes to the half wall. Sends it back down low to Namaka, the captain. Namaka cycles it down where Leonard is waiting for it. Leonard out in front for Kluche. He looked to stuff it in front of the net, but he's poked off the puck there by Brulé. Hill with the pass to Wilton ahead of him, goes right to Waite for the Wild, and Waite sends it back in where the pressure ensues. Here comes Leonard. Leonard, a nice backhand, shouldered off by Noah Moran. Looking for the short side, puck stays there. And it gets to the point for Waite. Waite takes a long shot. That hits Namaka in front, doesn't get to the net. Now Namaka in the slot, shakes around 3 forwards in the Eastern select zone. Wild again, great pressure. Here comes Leonard. He sends it down to Namaka. Namaka behind the net. Brulé there, pinches him against the boards. Troy Boschman's also there. Leonard's working at it. Refs are saying move it. Puck's still moving. They're not throwing anything down. Here comes Namaka. Loses the puck to Wilton. Wilton tries to get it out and Waite again for the 5th time has stopped the puck at the blue line. Great defending by Waite. And now here comes Wilton. He almost avoided a big check there by Jose. And now Waite up to Borger, up to Jose. He's got some room. He's across the blue line. Jose with some speed right around Matt Osadic. And Matt Osadic with a great backward back check, able to get the puck off of Jose. Now Gibbons with the pass, looks for Fox. Fox, pass a little high for him, but he corrals it at the boards. Fox being rubbed out there by McGowan. Jose gets hit by Osadic. Again, a nice physical game here in the first. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Gibbons takes it out of the zone to the red line, looks for his D-man in Cisic. Cisic back to Jose at the line. He's stopped there by the captain, Bruce Robert. Here come the Wild with a little bit of room. Here's Bettens. Nice stick check there by Cruz. Cruz now has Osadic with him. Osadic makes a nice move and a nice step up in front by Cisic. And there's going to be a penalty, I believe, called to number 4 of the Wild in Cisic.
Yeah, that was definitely another penalty, which looks like they're calling a head contact on this one. You know, you got to look at this penalty and you look at the hit that was over here. To me, as far as an interference or a head call, whichever. Now, you can call it however you want, but there should have been a penalty over here again against Eastman. So Winnipeg Wild is now sitting there saying to themselves, well, we can't touch nobody out there unless it's a good clean hit, but they can interfere us all over the ice. We're not sure how we're supposed to play this game. So there's going to have to be a little communication in the dressing room to try and figure that one out and try and get his players back on the same page.
Cruz is out there with Matt Osadic and Rylan Hoffman for the Eastman Selects. Shots are 13-3 in favor of the Wild here. There's Cusack, the Wild defenseman behind his own net. Not enough pressure there on the power play by Eastman and easily chipped out of the zone by Cusack. Minute and 30 seconds left in the first period, minute and 38 left in the power play. Puck to the red line for Eastman, no further as Cusack's waiting there. Good pressure on the penalty kill by the Wild. Cusack sends it into the Eastman zone.
Eastman has got a combined 14 power play goals in this one, led by defenseman Cole DeConnick with 3, so we'll have to watch that a little bit here too.
Rylan Hoffman tried to make the setup of the power play in the Wild zone, but they're going to call offside at the blue line against Eastman.
Well, you got Osadic, Cruz, and Hoffman got a combined 4 power play goals, and those are your 3 big guys, right? And DeConnick's got 3, so you get those guys on the ice together and move the puck around the way Winnipeg was doing over here in the Eastman zone, and there could be some magic between those 4 guys yet.
Winnipeg Wild win the face-off in the neutral zone and send it out into the Eastman Selects. Here comes Hill. Hill with some speed down the left wing. Hill into the Wild zone. Takes the puck around the net. He's looking for some options here. In come the options in Seymour. Seymour back to Brulé. He takes a shot from the point. That's just wide. Chipped out to the boards with Zarevich waiting, and he chips it out even further back into the Eastman zone. 38 seconds left in the first period. Eastman again have yet to get a power play shot in 1.5 opportunities. Brulé's pass for Hill, misses him, and it's sent back into the Eastman zone by Borger of the Wild. Now Brule has 20 seconds here to work with. Brule up for Brown. Brown to Wilton. And now Wilton centers it for Preston Seymour. He misses the pass. And the Wild corral that in Gibbons, send it all the way down the ice. That looks like it's going to do it here for the first period. 1-0 Winnipeg Wild.
Yeah, and so far that period was definitely dominated by the Winnipeg Wild from pretty much, I think, about 2 minutes into that period right now till the last minute, basically. So about 18 minutes, I would say, has been dominated by Winnipeg. So Eastman's going to have to find their legs, find something to get going here, and they're going to be very, very fortunate they're only down here by 1.
Yeah, the shots are 14-3 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Eastman will maintain a power play for 10 seconds, continuing in the start of the second period here, but they have to find a way to get more pucks on to Nicholas Anderson.
Well, I think the one way to do it is to have the puck.
That will be a start.
And Eastman did not, unfortunately, have it on their stick an awful lot there in that first period. When they did, they tried to make a rink-wide pass, missed the stick. So was it a concentration thing? Was it, well, okay, I'm going to get hit hard, so I'm just going to quickly get rid of it? You don't want to use the word scared, but, a little intimidated because of the bodies that were
some
being
Game 5 nervousness.
Yep, and there's a big crowd here that's making a lot of noise from both ends right now. So I think they're going to settle down here come the second period, but Eastman was just, half a bubble up plum, if I can use that term, and the coaching staff will remind them on that and get back to, like I said before, Eastman hockey.
Yeah, like we said in the pregame, the team that scores first have ironically lost all 4 games, so Eastman's going to go back after 20 minutes here into the dressing room and do it the same thing they did in Game 2 and in Game 4 in their home building and find a way to get on the board here and try to ruffle the feathers of the Winnipeg Wild, which have had sustained pressure, and to me all the momentum here in the first period is with Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was totally on Winnipeg's side, but actually the thing that kind of surprised me a little bit was the starting goaltender here today a little bit. If you look at the record of Noah Moran, he's got 9 games played, 3 wins, 2 losses, 298 minutes played. Dan Bellick has played 239 minutes. He's 2-2. But if you look at the goals against, 2-4-1 for Moran, 2-5-0 for Bellick. So there's not a lot of difference there. But the save percentage for Moran is .927 and Bellick is a .932 with a shutout. So I'm a little surprised right now to see Noah Moran between the pipes for Eastman.
Yeah, Dalton Bellick was in the crease for the first game, a 4-2 win for the Winnipeg Wild. And then they went with Noah Moran in Game 2, a game that Eastman played at home and came out with a 3-1 victory. And ever since then, they've ran with the hot goalie in Noah Moran. So they don't want to change anything up here for Game 5. But you're right, Dalton Bellick throughout that first series against Central Plains had the majority of the game time for the Eastman Selects. The scoring summary here in the first period belongs to you.
All right, well, we only had that 1 goal here from the Winnipeg Wild at 6:45 of that first period. That was Ben Coppinger on an even strength goal from Kyle Bettens and Cedric Chenier. We had a couple of penalties there as well. We had Nicholas Cicek took an interference penalty at 4:19. Blair McGowan took a boarding penalty at 10:13. Nicholas Cicek took a head contact just a few short minutes ago here at 18:10. And this has been some kind of hockey game. Shots on goal at 14-3, Winnipeg Wild.
20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. You have been listening to Manitoba Midget AAA hockey across the Manitoba Sports Network. Back here in the second period, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Manitoba Midget AAA hockey along the Manitoba Sports Network. Rory McGorn, Wayne Cohenhoffen with you. Puck drop is seconds away. 10 seconds remaining on the power play for the Eastman Selects. Draw is won by Eastman and Matthew Osadic quickly brings it into the zone. And he's stopped there by Patrick in front of Osadic. Osadic with a great chance. Doesn't pull the trigger and kind of runs himself out of room. And now Brule stops the puck at the blue line, working to keep the puck into the Wild zone. But out comes Bettens with it. Bettens gets a trip from Osadic. There's going to be a penalty coming up for the Eastman Selects. about 10 seconds after their power play ends. So the Winnipeg Wild are going to go back to the power play on their second attempt. They're 0 for 1 through the day.
Well, I would say that's definitely not one of the strongest calls you'll ever see, but you know, there's always been a few referees who like to even things out, and that to me looked like a bit of an even up call. But right now, the Eastman Select is going to have to kill another penalty here and try and shut down this high-powered Winnipeg Wild power play.
The Wild out with their power play unit number 1. Back to the point for Waite. He finds Chenier. Chenier at the half wall. Down for Bettens. Bettens, who drew the penalty, goes back up to Waite. Waite across the ice for Cisic. Cisic down for Kopinger. Kopinger has it. Centers it for Chenier. Chenier with the shot. That's blocked in front. Puck ensues. A little crowd in front of the net. I believe Morin found it. Takes a little hack at one of the Wild forwards who might have been in his crease post-whistle.
Well, there was a guy in front of him, and then it looks like Kopinger was on the other side who gave him a little poke as well, which also didn't sit well with him. So they're starting to jam the net a little bit, and that's what Winnipeg Wild need to do.
What?
They need to be banging in front of the net.
I don't know. Cedric Chenier now down for Bettens. Bettens across to Waite. Waite takes a shot, stopped there by Armistead. He tries to clear the puck, but Waite again keeps it in. Chenier now at the half wall, head up. He takes the pass into Kopinger in the slot. He gets sticked away by defenseman in McGowan. Noah Moran in net for the Eastman Selects. That stopped 14 of 15 Wild shots.
The Winnipeg Wild are definitely going to have to jam the front of the net a little bit more, bang at the goaltender a little more, try and get him off his game and try and take that 2-0 lead here if they can on this power play.
1 minute left from the power play. In comes the captain in, Brett Namaka. Namaka back to Waite. Waite to Namaka at the half wall. Namaka down there for Chenier. Chenier back to Waite. Waite to Cisic. Cisic now dusts it off, takes a shot, stopped there by Moran. Moran with his 15th save of the game. Now Chenier with the puck. Chenier spins, sends it in front where Namaka was, but he couldn't get a hold of the puck. Back to the point for Cisic. Cisic fakes the shot, sends it to Namaka. Wrist shot high and wide off the glass. Puck comes back to the point where Waite is for it. Waite over to Cisic. Cisic takes a look. Back to Waite. Waite along the point. Over to Namaka, the captain. Namaka down low for Bettens. Bettens and Chenier's there to help him out. Bettens walks out with the puck. Out for Cisic. He takes a shot, and that's wide. And there's Wilton able to get the puck out for the Eastman Selects.
Good play by Will there just to get that puck all the way down, and that should kill this penalty as the Winnipeg Wild will not capitalize on this one, but good effort and a couple of good shots, and they had the one scoring opportunity early on.
There's Gibbons with a nice shot, stopped by Moran. Cusack now keeps the puck in. Down for Fox. Fox being rubbed out there by Drew Drawlin. Puck lost to Gibbons. Gibbons trying to get a shot off, but he's being worked on nicely there by Preston Seymour. Puck goes back to Earl. He sends it down there for Jost. Too far for him. Now Osadic chips it off the boards, but he's stopped there by Cusack. Cusack sends it back in where Fox is waiting. Fox sends it for Jost. Nothing happening there. Back to the point for Cusack. Cusack down low for Jost. Jost. Nice hit rub out there by Drew Drawlin again. Puck comes around for McGowan. He looks up for Wilton. Wilton turns around off the boards. There's Seymour and Osadic are hard after. Osadic may have a little bit of room here. Osadic hard on the puck. Takes it one hand behind his net. Loses it there to Earl. Earl shakes off Seymour. Two number 22s there. Now Fox with it. Fox over to Cusack, the D-man. He looks up. Sends it centering for Gibbons. Gibbons with Jost with him. That's offside on the line as Jost went a step ahead of Gibbons.
Metal Masters Auto Body, repairing vehicles near LeBrokery. You can feel confident that your vehicle repairs will be done properly and with a quick turnaround, because all of our qualities that Metal Master Auto Body is known for, we're most proud of our great reputation. MetalMasterAutoBody.com.
Face-offs won there by Eastman. A D-to-D pass was dangerous as Ceramic comes with the puck. He centers it, sticked away by the goalie and Noah Moran. Now to the line with Hoffman. Hoffman to Cruz. Cruz has a little bit of room. Walks the line in the Wild zone, gets it and sends it in deep where Hoffman's waiting behind the net. Hoffman picks it up. He's looking for a pass. Back to the point, trying to get it to DeLorme, but Patrick's there for the Wild. Now to Maka, up to Ceremic. Ceremic sidesteps the check from DeLorme. Hard on the puck are the Wild. Cisic now. Over to Waite. Waite up to Namaka. Pass a little ahead of him. Osadic turns it up around. And now the pressure's on for the Eastman Selects. Osadic tips it in the slot, takes a hit from Patrick. There's DeConnick up from the point. looking for Hoffman, but Hoffman sent it to the slot and no one was there. Now DeLorme off the boards. Patrick stops at the red line, and Reese Vitale back to Cisic in his own zone. They're going to regroup and look for a breakout.
Good for Cole DeConing to jump up into that play to try and get something started from the back end here for a while. Yeah, for the Selects.
5 goals so far in the series here. 2 goals in both wins for the Eastman Selects. Added a 3rd point and an assist in Game 4 2 nights ago. Up comes Cisic. Cisic now, the D-man with a lot of speed into the zone. Stopped there by Boschman, and he's up with his winger and Armistead. Armistead chips it into the Wild zone, and they're going to chase after it. Armistead's in there. Grossman's in there. Quick outlet pass by Fox. Fox up to Chenier. Chenier to Coppinger. Headed for Benton's. Pass a little too far ahead, but Hyde can't get the puck out, and does Armisen. Armisen to the red line, no farther, but Coppinger's waiting. Coppinger for Benton's. Benton's tries to chip it up the wall for Chenier. He's got to get onside, and Benton's touches the puck. It's going to be offside against the Wild.
Yeah, see again there, dude. Eastman was holding the Wild guy so he couldn't get back across the line. So I mean, if the ref would really want to call that kind of stuff and take the flow right out of the game, he could do that. But good for the referee not to call stuff like that. They're letting them play hockey. They're letting them bang bodies. They're letting them do all kinds of things. So good on the officials on this play.
Luce against Josh Boschman in the center ice. They tie each other up. Face-offs won by the Eastman Selects. Up comes Brown. Brown tries to shake off weight of the Wild. Brown gets it down low. In comes his D-man and Borger to help out. Brown's down there. Waite's down there. So is Smalling. Puck comes to the boards where Leonard's waiting for it. He chips it up to Kluche. Kluche across center to the captain into Namaka. Namaka does a toe drag around the defenseman, but a great second chance by Hyde, able to strip the puck off of Namaka. Now Kluche behind the net. He sends it out in front. Pass just misses Leonard. And off comes Boschman. He has a little trouble clearing the puck. Takes a nice hit there by Leonard. Crowd likes that one. Here's Waite. Waite with the puck. Back to Borger. Borger takes a shot. It's low. Seen and gloved down by Noah Moran. Again, his ability to shake off the bodies in front, find the puck, stay square, and make the save.
Yeah, and if he keeps doing that, he's going to be a hard goaltender to beat because he's a big kid back there. If you make yourself square, of course, it makes it bigger. But what a move here on the captain Namaka to get around Hyde and get a good scoring opportunity. He had his feet moving, and he, a little dipsy doodle. I don't know if that's the right word. I think I've heard Dennis Banks say that a few times too. So Namaka's ready to go.
Yeah, Namaka second in regular season scoring amongst the Winnipeg Wild with 57 points in 44 games. And now Fox being worked on there by 2 Eastman Selects. It comes to the point where Cusac's able to send it in. Keep it down low for the Winnipeg Wild in the Eastman zone. Back to get it is Draward chips it up ahead, and here comes Preston Seymour. He's got some speed. Stopped there at the red line nicely by Cusack of the Wild. In deep into the Eastman zone is Gibbons. Gibbons being worked on there by McGowan. He shoves him off the puck, but behind him is Jose, Gibbons, and Fox work the cycle. Fox head up, stops it there, leaves it for his D-man in Cusack. Cusack loses the puck to Hill to the red line, and no further where Jose grabs it for the Wild and sends it back into Eastman zone.
Good play on Matthew Hill to get that one out just to regroup here a little bit as the Wild are starting to find that momentum again.
Ill-advised pass there from McGowan is picked up by Earl of the Wild and sent back deep into the select zone where the captain Drew Draward's waiting for it. He chips it out for Wilton to Osadic, and now up for Hill. Hill takes a shot. That's tipped away by Cisic. Cisic gets the puck, and here comes Namaka again. Namaka with some speed. He's got Vitale with him. Leaves it for Vitale. Vitale back to Namaka. Centering pass, and that's stopped by Noah Moran. Back to the point for Patrick. Patrick to Cisic. Cisic takes a shot. Hits the body. Doesn't get to the net. And now Hoffman. He's out for William Cruz. Loses the puck. Pass a little ahead of him. And Wild are able to stop it at the red line and shoot it back into the zone. Now McGowan up for Rylan Hoffman. Hoffman past the red line. Goes to chip it in and hits his own teammate Matt Osadic. Comes back to McGowan and he's able to get it in the zone. A little bit of dump and chase here for both teams.
Winnipeg was looking for a stretch pass on that one, but it didn't work. Now Eastman's got to regroup back in their own zone. Now they're just going to dump it all the way back down.
Cole DeConnick dumps it down. The refs are going to wave off icing. Cisic back for the puck. To his D-man in Patrick. He takes a bump there from Boschman. Boschman loses it to Bettens, and Bettens up for Coppinger. Coppinger across to Chenier. Chenier protects the puck around his net. Centers it out in front for Bettens. Bettens couldn't handle the puck. Was all alone in front of the net there. And now Coppinger at the half wall. Down low for Chenier. Chenier steps around DeLorme. Delorme. The D-man able to shake Chenier off the puck. Puck comes to the red line, and we're going to have a glove pass against the Winnipeg Wild.
Still smoking cigarettes, quitting for good has never been easier. Visit Prairie Vapor Supply in Morden to find out how you can make the switch to a healthier lifestyle.
Here come the Wild after the face-off win by Coppinger. Coppinger sends it in. Bettens now controls the puck, being pressed against the board there by Boschman of the Selects. In comes Chenier to help. DeConnick's waiting just outside the scrum for a loose puck. Sticks a stick in there, finds it, chips it off the glass, high off the glass and out to center ice and now into the Wild zone, where Grossman's working on Borger. Borger gets away from him. Tries to pass but misses the puck. Good pressure by the Eastman Selects. Fox now with it. Being worked on there by Armistead. Fox sends it across ice where DeConnick slaps it back into the Wild zone. Boschman's waiting. Quick shot. Anderson had to be ready for that one. Great save by Nicholas Anderson. Only his sixth save of the night. He's only faced 6 shots. He hasn't seen a lot of rubber. Had to be ready for that one. In comes Chenier with some speed. Takes it wide. Takes it around the net for the Wild. Out in front. No one's there. Pass just misses Coppinger. And out comes the Eastman Selects in Brown. Brown trips it into the Wild zone and chases after it. Back to play it is the goalie in Anderson. Anderson around the boards where Chenier is waiting for. Chenier up to Coppinger. Coppinger now looking for Leonard. Puck chips ahead of the number 11 and Brulé for the Wild. Out to Boschman of the Selects. Across the D to Hyde. He sends it out to center and no further. But here comes good pressure from Brown. Brown working on defenseman and Earl. Earl and now Smalling for the Selects. Smalling leaves it for Boschman. Boschman to Brown. His fourth line here working down low for the Selects. Up to the point, a shot from Hyde. That hits some bodies and doesn't get to the net. And out comes Borger to Leonard. Across the red line, he just sends it into the zone. And they'll make a partial change as the D-man gets changed for the Wild.
Much better shift there for the Eastman Selects.
Yeah, the fourth line too with some sustained pressure for sure. And a few shots on goal. And now Leonard with it. Leonard back to the point for Earl. Earl back down for the captain into Macca. Macca, head up, walks the line. He tries to send it down low for 21 across to number 8 and Kluche. Kluche back there for Cusack. Cusack down low from the point. Can't find a pass in front of the net from her end. A lot of bodies. Now a 4-man scrum ensues in the corner where the Selects send it out to Earl, who's unable to hold the line. Earl now off the boards to Kluche. Kluche shakes off his check, sends it into the Wild zone and makes a change. There's Mitchell Jost after it. Jost sends it in. After it hard, Hyde up to Brown. He just gets it to the blue line where Cusack is in there. Spins around into his own zone and sends it off the board to Fox. Fox tries a little chip and pass to himself. He's stopped there by Brulé. And here comes Coppinger. Coppinger takes it wide. Coppinger out in front to Fox. Puck goes off the skate of Brulé and never makes it out in front. Nice hit there in the corner by Preston Seymour. Seymour now up to Brown and he chips it out, but it hits the stanchion there and into the Wild bench.
Well, the Eastman Selects are starting to get going a little bit here now finally as they had that one glorious opportunity here just a few minutes ago. As that's only their second shot in this period, 5 in total. So not enough to win any hockey game, but at least they had the one opportunity to say, you know what, boys, we are still here. Winnipeg Wild, be careful. But they definitely are being outshot by 15 by a score of shots of 20 to 5. So Eastman has definitely got to start putting more rubber onto the net.
Puck at center ice, but Gibbons takes a nice hit from Seymour. I don't know who got the better of that one, but it sure was a nice hit. Now Wilton. Puck goes ahead of him, up to Fox. Fox to his D-man in wait. Across to Borger. Borger back up to Fox. Fox takes a nice hit there by McGowan. Fox is slow to get up. He's holding his knee. No call on the play. Fox is trying to crawl and get himself to the bench, and the refs are going to blow down this whistle as Fox for the Wild is clearly having some trouble. It was a hip. It might have been a Charlie horse. It looked like McGowan was going in for a hit. Fox tried to sidestep it and caught the hip along the upper leg for Fox. Let's hope he's okay because, to me, I believe the Wild are playing down a player already with 17 skaters on the bench.
Yeah, to lose him too is going to be huge if he is all of a sudden gone. He's been a big player for this team, and I saw it a little differently. I did see the leg come out as a knee-to-knee contact, but the officials obviously think the same thing you were doing, and but that's why we're here, right? So we'll have to wait to see if Fox is going to come back. They're still attending to him on the bench right now.
Face-offs won there by the Wild, where the captain, Namaka, quick over the blue line, takes a shot, and Noah Moran again makes the glove save.
Brought to you by CM Engrave. Are you looking for medals or trophies for the best place in Manitoba? Visit cmengrave.com.
Noah Moran, for what seems like the fourth straight game, is facing a plethora of shots. 21 shots by the Winnipeg Wild. Noah Moran has stopped 20 of them, again keeping the Eastman Selects in this game. Puck is into the Wild zone. The defense play a little give and go there in Cisic and Patrick. Now Cisic up for the captain, Namaka. Namaka over Vitali. Vitali's got a little bit of room. He tries to make a little toe drag move around Delorme. Delorme, nice stick check, and rubs him out into the corner. Back for Patrick. He takes a hit there from DeConnick. DeConnick trying to get the puck out for the Eastman Selects to Cruz. Puck gets caught up in Namaka's skates, but he's able to find it and get it for Vitali. Puck bounces in front. I believe it was Vitali who was able to chip that puck from the corner. I don't know if Moran was expecting it to come out that quick, but he just jumps on it and gets a face-off inside of Eastman's zone.
Yeah, I don't think he really expected that one at all, but yeah, it was a good play by Vitali to go up on him a little bit there and make Moran beat him, right, by being tall and covering up the bottom of the net. So good goaltending here on Noah Moran.
Face-off inside Eastman zone, one there by the Selects, off the boards by the defenseman up to Grossman. He's stopped there by Cusack. Cusack up to Coppinger, sent it to the blue line where Brule is waiting for it. Brule checked there by Bettens. Back to Coppinger, he sends it for Chenier. Chenier has the puck behind the net with Boschman working on him. Cycles it down low for Bettens. Bettens tied up there by Burke Hyde, and Grossman finds the loose puck, able to get it back for Hyde, and he chips it out of the blue line to the red line where Coppinger's waiting. Coppinger across to his D-man and Earl. Earl off the boards where Chenier, puck pass was a little ahead for him. And Eastman again is able to get it. They got a 2-on-2 rush here starting with Boschman. Boschman tripped up there by Cusack as he got the stick inside the legs, and Eastman is going to have another opportunity on the power play to try to even this one up. 6 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the second period.
That's definitely the opportunity that Eastman was looking for there. Now to try and get back in this with 6:22 left here in the second period. Again, there was a takedown in front of the net over there. The refs didn't call that. They come over here, they get a hooking penalty. So I don't know if the teams really know what they're calling, but needless to say, both teams are engaged in the physical battle here, and this is what's going to shape up to be a good rest of the second and a heck of a third period.
Matt Osadic wins the job. The quick on the puck is the D-man in Cisic, and he gets into the center and stuffs the puck into the Eastman zone.
Number 21, Riley Cusack, 2 minutes for hooking. Penalty, 6 minutes, 22 seconds.
Penalty at 6 minutes and 22 seconds was Riley Cusack for hooking. Eastman on the power play. Puck behind the net where Patrick hammers it along the boards, and Brule is unable to hold that one in the zone. Puck goes down into Eastman territory. 1 minute 30 seconds left in the power play. This second period is brought to you by Pembina Valley and Carmen Chrysler. Looking for a new vehicle or a good used one? See the guys at Pembina Valley and Carmen Chrysler today. Matt Osadic around the boards. Has Hoffman with him. Hoffman uses his body to protect the puck and sends it back for Osadic. Osadic hit there and takes the puck out in front. Tries to get a shot off, but it's just wide of the net.
Eastman has changed things up a little bit on the power play here. There's no Cole DeConnick out there right now. So he's out there now on the last half of it, but he did not start this one. So they're looking to get the momentum going here somewhere.
Here comes Preston Seymour up with some speed. Preston Seymour quickly into the Wild zone. Gets stick checked there by Zaremba, but maintains control. Stops up behind the net. He's checked by Borger. Puck comes to Wilton. Wilton now tries to set it up here, the power play for the Eastman Selects. Wilton looking for a pass, sends it in front for DeConnick, waiting for it. Earl doesn't have a stick. DeConnick squeezes him out back to the point where the captain shoots Charles, but he dusts it off. Back to a pass for Wilton. Tries to go back in front, and the puck sends through the slot. Wilton now with it. Out for DeConnick. Puck chips off a defenseman. We're forward into Mecca and up and out of play.
Much better power play on that last half there as they engaged Cole DeConnick a little bit in the slot, and he just missed one. Puck seems to be bouncing just a little bit for any kind of one-timers or anything that they might be trying to do by going across the width of the ice. But Golden is going to be huge here coming this last little bit of the second period, especially on the tail end of this power play, which has 18 seconds left.
Yeah, they're using an umbrella formation with Cole DeConnick, the big body right there in front. Now Drew Jolly has the puck. He sends it down for Hill. Hill leaves it for Wilton. O'Connick parks himself right in front of the net. Wilton over to Preston Seymour. Preston Seymour leaves it there, and Cole DeConnick's got to leave the slot and go after the puck. Puck gets to the blue line, and great way to hold in the puck by the defenseman and Cole DeConnick. Wilton now down low for Hill. Hill avoids his check-in. Cisic back to the point for Drower. Drower, a low shot kicked away there by Anderson. Puck stays in, but not for long as Coppinger gets it out to the red line. Sent back in by the Eastman select. And Cisic for the Wild is waiting for it behind his net. He looks for Gibbons, but Gibbons wasn't ready for that one. Puck goes all the way down the ice, and we're going to have icing against Wild. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left here in the second period. Still a 1-0 game for the Wild, and still only 6 shots for the Eastman Selects.
Well, it's definitely a much better last little bit of this period for Eastman as they starting to generate a little bit of scoring opportunities, making Anderson move around a little bit back here. The shots are still hitting Anderson square, but if they can get him going side to side and get that one quick one-time round, we got a new hockey game, right? So hats off to Eastman for staying with the game plan right now.
Puck in the Wild zone. About 5 bodies along the boards are working to get it. Gibbons comes out with it. Goes back to his D-man and Patrick. Patrick out to the blue line. Coppinger took a nice hit there from Brulé. Coppinger now with the puck. Cross center ice. He steps his check in Hoffman. Back for Gibbons. Gibbons looking for Coppinger. He wasn't there. Now Benton's off the bench. Benton's working down low against Boschman. Boschman doing a nice job pinning him against the boards. That's number 15 in Josh Boschman. 4 bodies in there. Out comes Chenier with it. He spins around, and Boschman takes the puck off him, but Chenier gets it back. Chenier now down for Bettens. Bettens looking for an option, just drops it down low, back deep, and Chenier's behind the net there to pick it up. Chenier pinched against the boards by Brulé. Puck is loose, so in comes Bettens to go get that puck. Drops it down low, back for Chenier. Chenier now. Good cycle going on by the Winnipeg Wild. Chenier head up. Leaves it there for the D-man and Wait down low for Bettens. Bettens stick checked by Josh Boschman. Up to the D-man for Wait, and he sends it for Chenier. Up and out in front for Bettens. Up for Coppinger. Coppinger makes the move. Puck in the center, and it's loose. And Bettens couldn't bang it home. Great opportunity for the Winnipeg Wild. Puck is shot out of play, but the ref is saying it deflected off a stick on the glass, so there's going to be no penalty against the Eastman Selects.
Yeah, that was a close opportunity, and Noah Moran got a little lucky on that one as he was beat clean, but it just took out past the outside post, and then the puck got shot out of play. So unfortunately for Eastman, the puck stays deep in the zone right now, and now they're back on their heels again as they're being outshot heavily, 23-6 here by the Winnipeg Wild.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first period. Face-off won by the Wild, and continuous pressure is put on by them. Matt Osadic now with the puck. Osadic, a high pass looking for Cruz. It's over his stick and goes to the D-man and Patrick, who gets to the red line. No, they're going to say he didn't get quite to the red line. Oh, I thought it was icing, but I guess it was offside. Puck is bounced up to Cisic. Cisic to his D-man and Patrick. Patrick across ice looking for Namaka. Puck is just ahead of him and picked up by the D-man, who sends it to the blue line of the Wild, but no further because Cisic's there waiting for it. Cisic up for Kluche. Kluche, they got some numbers. They got a 3-on-2. Kluche to Namaka. Namaka takes a shot, and again, Noah Moran makes a great save to keep this a 1-goal game.
He saw that one all the way as well. He knew that was going to be shot over and a one-timer, so he was able to get himself across and be square and make himself as big as he possibly could.
Now we know the Yellowhead Chiefs, undefeated in the playoffs, swept both series so far, are watching this game closely, get a little bit of insight on who they're going to be playing, but either way, both goaltenders, Noah Moran especially, in this game has been special.
He has been real good up to this point, real good.
Puck around the boards for Grossman. Grossman tries to chip it out, stopped there by Cusack, but here come the Selects and Boschman. Boschman takes a shot, easily seen and gloved down by Anderson. Again, I like to go back. Some goalies like to see a consistent amount of rubber. You know, they don't want to be swarmed with shots, but they like to feel the puck. And so far, through 18 minutes of this game, Anderson has only felt the puck 7 times. You know, I mean, it could have a goalie be on edge a little bit, but Anderson, again, calm, collective, and makes a glove save. Face-off won there by the Selects to the Dorm. Again, right on the glove of Anderson. They're finding a way to get more pucks to the net in the last 5 minutes here in the second period, pardon me.
But saves like that, he's going to make all night long. So they need to get somebody to the front of the net. Screen him, bump him a little bit. Not to the point where it's a penalty, but get in his face, get in his grill, make it difficult for him. That's the only way Eastman Fletcher is going to score on this guy right now.
Armistead in there against Coppinger. They tie each other up. Puck stays in the circle and it's picked up by Chenier. Chenier now up for Bettens. Bettens, Chenier, Coppinger, the top line for the Wild. Here comes Bettens, looking for Coppinger, but it goes through him. Oh, now with the shot, that's just wide of the net. He may have had the far side open. Cusack, down low for Chenier. Chenier shakes off the defenseman into Karnik. Walks out front to pick Coppinger. What a great shot! And I think Noah Morin got a piece of that glove on it. Another amazing save for Noah Morin. But sustained pressure by the Winnipeg Wild as Chenier has 2 Eastman selects, and now Bettens comes in there to work for it. So does Boschman for this Eastman. Boschman up to Grossman. He chips it and goes to get it. In comes Armistead with a little bit of speed. 37 seconds left in the second period. He's hit along the boards there by Earl. Earl now, another 4-man scrum ensues now, this time in the Winnipeg zone. Grossman comes out with it. Grossman chips it off the boards looking for Boschman. The Coppinger's there to pick it up. Only 20 seconds left here in the third period. The leading scorer, Chenier, has it. Chenier through the slot. No one's there. Covered by Morin. We have 17 seconds left. Winnipeg's going to have an opportunity here in the second period to try to double the lead and go up by 2.
Yeah, and right now it's pretty much Noah Morin show back there right now, but the thing that puzzles me is why would they leave a guy like Coppinger sitting in the slot all by himself? They're not short-handed or anything, so where was there a missed assignment? Eastman will have to be careful on that because Coppinger is a sniper and he will start burying those.
Yeah, Coppinger scored his 5th goal of the playoffs, 11th point as the one goal we have today by Ben Coppinger. Puck's chipped out by Eastman. Gets to the defenseman, just ahead of Wilton. Onto the goalie, Morin. And Wilton may have been steered into the goalie there. Gets a piece of Anderson. And Nicholas Anderson wasn't a fan of that. And it looks like neither were the Wild defensemen. But cooler heads will prevail as we have 5 seconds left in the second.
Yeah, cooler heads will prevail, but Eastman at that point, should go in and give Anderson a little poke on the way by. Right? Sure, it's going to cause a little friction back there, but you know what? Let him know that we're still in this game and that you're not just going to have an easy night here. Like he's had up to this point with only 8 shots.
Maybe trying to get into the head of goalie Nicholas Anderson as he only faced 8 shots here today. Winnipeg Wild able to get it out of the zone. Shot comes from Ceramic, but it's a second too late and a few feet outside of the zone. Well, with 40 minutes down here in Game 5, 1-0 still for the Winnipeg Wild. Again, Eastman, after 40 minutes, are going to have to go and find a way, same as the first period, to go back and try to get more shots and more traffic in front on Anderson, who, sorry to say, has had a relatively easy night in the net tonight.
He's had a real easy night out there today. There's been no traffic in front of him. There's been a couple of little shots here like this where he just gloves him or knocks him down or kicks him off to the side or whatever. There's no rebounds. So that would either mean that he is playing really well, Eastman's not playing very good, or the Winnipeg Wild are keeping everybody to the outside and making it easy for him. So it could be a combination of all three, I think, personally. But the Wild right now are playing a complete game on both ends of the ice, and their goaltender is having a real easy time with it here so far.
Goal scored by Ben Coppinger, assisted by Kyle Bettens in the first period. Still 1-0 here for the Winnipeg Wild. Just a reminder, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Pembina Highfield MRI, Manitoba's premier expedited MRI provider. Our focus is on same-week MRI diagnostics with affordable pricing. We have several hundreds of Canadian patients and are trusted by dozens of Manitoba's leading orthopedic specialists, sports medicine doctors, physios, and chiropractors. Visit PembinaMRI.com.
Eastman selects are 0 for 2 on the power play, and the Wild are 0 for 1. So there are not a lot of power plays. There's not a lot of special teams right now. So somebody's going to win this thing at 5-on-5, and it's going to come down to 20 minutes of hockey. And the team that wants it the most right now is the Winnipeg Wild. Are going to walk away with a win here unless Eastman can find an answer.
40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go here at a packed MTS Iceplex. You're listening to Manitoba AAA Midget Playoff Hockey Game 5 across the Manitoba Sports Network. Welcome back for the third period of Manitoba Midget AAA hockey across the Manitoba Sports Network. This third period is brought to you by Silver Eye in Steinbach. Has you covered for all your team jerseys, team apparel, and corporate apparel. Call Scott at 204-346-3488. The best prices in Manitoba, Silver Eye in Steinbach. So Wayne, like we said, post-second period, before the intermission began there, Eastman has 20 minutes left to find a way to get a lot more pucks towards Nicholas Anderson here, as they only have 8 through the first 40 minutes.
Well, they got to just start, I think, by stepping across the blue line and shooting. First of all, to get a little bit of rubber towards them. When you get the puck into the zone, that's when you got to start crashing the net, making his life miserable in there for him so he can't see his screenshots. Try to get some greasy to tie this one up and then go for the win after.
Third period is on our way. Face-off was won by Eastman, and it's sent quickly into the wild zone. In to get that is Manosodic. To the point where Brule is waiting. Brule off the boards, behind the net. Now Cruz. Cruz chips it out in front, but no one's there again. Nice strip by Ryland Hoffman, but Bettens is behind him to go get it. Bettens now for the Wild. Across for Namaka. Namaka makes a pass to Chenier, and he might have had room there to take a shot. I'm sorry it was Ben Kopinger, but the pass came into him in the slot, and he decided to pass to Chenier. Might have been better to shoot it. Wild now again. Pass just ahead of Kopinger. Falls onto the goalie in Noah Moran. He makes a cover. We're going to have a face-off to the left side of Noah Moran.
Roller hockey is coming to Winnipeg, Pembina Valley, and Eastman. If you want to play the coolest game on wheels, then visit www.ccrh.ca and join a league today. That's roller hockey, Rory. Roller hockey. Gotta love the roller out there, man.
Here comes the Mecca with a quick shot off the face-off, kicked aside by Loren. Puck goes to Vitale. He tried to jam it, but nothing happened there. Out to Wilton, and now the Eastman Selects have 2 men with it. Wilton across the red line, trips it in for Hill to go after and get it. Hill working on Borger. Back in the corner, Hill's there, Wilton's there. Namaka for the Wild out with the puck, and Seymour comes in to help. But Namaka gets to the blue line. McGowan keeps it in for Eastman. Wilton now fires a shot. That's kicked away by Anderson. Here comes Wilton now, backhander right into the crest of Anderson, and he covers up. 18:42 left in the third period. Eastman is going to have a face-off inside the Wild zone.
Well, that's what the Selects need to do, is just shoot on net, right? They weren't great scoring opportunities, but on that second shot, if they would have had a guy going to the net, that may have just gone through the legs of Anderson, right? And there was nobody going to the net on that one. So I'm not sure what the game plan is here for Eastman right now. It kind of boggles my mind a little, but as long as Anderson can see it, he'll make that save.
Face-off won by the Wild to Earl. Over to Z-Man and Cusick. He takes a nice bump there from Grossman. Is able to get the puck out to Gibbons. Gibbons up to Mitchell Joss. Joss across. He takes a... what I thought was going to be a shot, but a wrist shot pass over to Fox. Fox misses that one. But the puck ensues into the Eastman zone. Gibbons might have been a little tripped up. No call there. Back to the point for Cisick. He takes a shot. Stopped by DeLorme, the defenseman for Eastman, and sent all the way down the ice into the Wild zone. This is going to be Ice-Teen against the Selects.
So now I got a question for you, Rory. Cole DeConnick had that puck in his zone, and he fired it high off the glass, went down for icing. Why not just try and touch that one across the blue line, make the Wild come back and regroup?
The Wild, my answer would be, have been able to maintain pressure and keep so many pucks in at the blue line. He might have been hoping for one of his guys to intercept that high off the boards pass at the red line and take it in himself. But again, icing against Eastman. Not what they want. The Wild to have the puck into their zone as they need to score a goal here in this third. Brett Namaka now with it. The captain, he takes a shot. That's off a stick. Doesn't get to the net. Rebound ensues. And cleared out there by Eastman. Now Troy Boschman, number 3, across the blue line. Wide around his defenseman. Stops up there. And now Namaka. Out there for Cloutier. Cloutier has Leonard with him. Cloutier. He goes inside and out around DeConnick. Still has the puck. Nice move by Cloutier. Cloutier around the net. Head up, looking for an option. Cloutier still looking. Up to the blue line. Just sends it back down low as no one was open. Here comes Leonard now with the puck. Chips it to the other side. Where Brooke Hyde for the Selects is waiting for it. High off the glass. All the way down the ice. And again, like you said, we're going to have another icing against Eastman.
Looking for a night away, take the kids and get away this weekend. Days, Inns, and Suites in Winkler. The only hotel in Pembina Valley with a water slide, friendly people, and a great atmosphere. Wise Guys also promises 100% honesty. We are a family company with family values, here to treat all of our customers with respect. No scams, no hidden fees, no false promises, just great vehicle deals and customer service. We look forward to working with you on your next vehicle purchase. WiseGuysAuto.ca.
Puck back to the line for Cusack. Cusack dusts it off, goes back to Coppinger. Coppinger now, all the way around the boards to his winger in Bettens. Bettens leaves it there for Chenier. Chenier tries to center it for Coppinger. That's off the skate of Burke Hyde for the selects and chipped out to the blue line where Cusack is waiting. Cusack can't hold the puck in as he's pressured there by Grossman. Cusack now to his D-man and Earl. Earl looks for Coppinger, decides to cross the red line and just shoot it back into the Eastman zone. Eastman has to find a way to get this puck out and get more pressure into the Wild zone as they're down by 1 here early in the third. Puck to the line, nice job by Cusack to keep it in, but not for long as Boschman has it now. He's got Smalling and Grossman with him. Boschman stopped there and Chenier now turns it up for the Wild. Chenier across the blue line, stops up, goes wide, takes a shot, blocker saved by Moran.
That was a nice save. That was a nice save on Moran's part.
That puck comes to the blue line. Must have just squeaked out because the refs are going to call offside against the Winnipeg Wild here. Noah Moran's 28th shot so far in the game has stopped 27 of them. His teammates need to find a way to get a goal and give his goalie some little credit that he's due as he stopped 27 shots so far today.
Yeah, he's played well, and like you said, they got to find a way to say thanks, buddy, for holding us in there by getting a goal here. This might be the chance.
Relay at the point. There's a shot, a bobbling pass. Anderson doesn't know where it is. There's a rebound. And Anderson finds it out of a crowd of bodies, and covers up the puck. Eastman's best chance in, I would say, half a period. Or more.
But what they did was they put big Rylan Hoffman in front of the net, and right away Anderson had a little trouble with it. So there would be your indication right now that if you're going to crash in front of the net, put the big boys in front of the net, whether that even be Cole DeConnick. Let him stand there, whack away at it, make the goalie's life miserable, and they will get a greasy goal here somewhere.
Puck won by Eastman to Drower. Drower takes a shot. That's tipped out in front. Rebound. Here we go. It's Cruz. Cruz sends it in front. And again there was Osadic and Hoffman who couldn't get their stick on the puck. Here comes Joss. Joss with it. Stops up at the blue line. Sends it in, but not much farther as Matt Osadic had it. He gets to take a shot from Joss there. Back to his D-man in Sissick. Sissick just to Patrick. Nice hit there at the red line by Draward, but out comes number 18 in Fox with it. Tries to sidestep around McGowan. Nothing happening. And the Wild and Jost behind the net in the Eastman zone. Tripped up there by McGowan. No call. McGowan doesn't have a stick. Just pins it against the boards using his skate. 2 Wilds are working to get that puck out. Jost comes up with the puck. Leaves it for Fox. He's got some numbers. Fox tries to jam it out in front. No. Walks it up behind the net. Fox got some room. Very patient by Fox. Leaves it for the D-man and Cisick. Cisick down now. Wraps around the boards looking for Gibbons. Gibbons now.
Eastman penalty.
Gibbons leaves it out for Fox. Fox being worked on there by 2 Eastman selects, and finally one of them are able to touch the puck. With 15 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the third, the Wild are going to go on the power play, something that Eastman has to kill and then has to answer that really quickly.
And also a good thing is we saw Eric Fox go down in that second period. What looked like a possible knee and knee. No call on the play, but he is back and he's looking good. But yeah, like you said, Eastman has now got to come back, kill this one off, and then they got to go for it because then they'll have about 13 minutes left after that to try and tie this one up, send this thing into overtime.
Cisick over to Wait. Back to Cisick. He's got a little bit of room. He dusts it off. He waits. Wilton in the shooting lane, waiting for the shot. Cisick now, over to Coppinger, back to Cisick. Cisick lines, passes it back to Coppinger at the half wall. Coppinger now, back to Cisick at the point. Cisick, under the slot there for Chenier. Chenier loses it in his feet, but gets it back and sends it into the D for Wait, over to Cisick. Cisick looks for another passing lane, back to Wait. Takes a shot, that's wide of the net. And Cole DeConnick might have had a small chance to get it out, but he's being pressured by 2 Wild there. Cole DeConnick takes a little bit of a tumble, and Chenier has the puck now. Chenier protects it, goes behind his net. Cedric Chenier spins off his defender into Delorme. Chenier over to Coppinger, and that just went through his stick. Coppinger over to Cisick. Cisick looks, takes a shot. That's low and wide of the net. Tipped away there by DeConnick. They get the puck out. 1 minute left in the power play for the Wild. 14 minutes left in the third period. Coppinger up to Chenier. He stops up before taking a hit from DeConnick. And the Eastman Selects are able to clear the zone.
That shot by Cizek just a few seconds ago did not miss by much on the short side.
Yeah, here comes Chenier to Coppinger. And Bettens was just a step ahead of him. This is going to be offside against the Wild.
Well, there's 40 seconds left on this PK for Eastman. So far, so good. But like you said before, Rory, once they kill this thing off, then they got to go for it. Then they got nothing more to lose. They got to let it all on the line. Put two guys in front of the net if that's what you need to do. But whatever they got to do, they got to do it. And they'll have 13 minutes after this penalty to do that.
Face-off just outside of the Eastman Select zone. Number 8 in Kluche for the Wild against number 3 in Troy Boschman for the Eastman Selects. Puck is dropped and the Wild come out with it with great pressure from Fox. Here comes the Mac. He takes a shot. That's blocked there by Hyde. Puck comes to the point where Earl's waiting for it. Earl now across to Namaka. Namaka steps in low, down low, back up top for Earl. Earl over to Cusack. Cusack back to Earl. Earl now walks the line, leaves it for Coppinger. Namaka now with a shot that's high of the net. Namaka with a shot that didn't miss by much. Puck crabbed off the boards and back up for the D-man and Cusack. Over to Earl, down low for Namaka, the captain. Namaka leaves it for Earl. Earl, cross-ice pass, looking for Kluche, tipped away by Boschman. 2 seconds left, that's the final shot. His power play is now over.
Penalty is over. Eastman killed it. That's what they wanted to do. But now they got some work to do, though, to try and tie this one up.
Yeah, it was good pressure by the Winnipeg Wild. Able to circle it between the D-man and the wingers on the half wall. But again, Eastman Selects with their 80% penalty kill over the course of the playoffs here showed why they are so effective on the penalty kill. We're able to cut off all the lanes, block all the shooting lanes, and once again hold the Winnipeg Wild to, I believe, one shot on the power play. Here comes Sir Emmett for the Wild. Zeremek stops up, back to his D-man. In Patrick, Zeremek now, back around behind the net for Vitali. He gets bumped there by Drew Jollard. Now Preston Seymour, up for Wilton. They got some numbers, and Hill with some speed through into the Wild zone, but it's lost there by Borger. And Vitali at the red line sends it back into the Eastman territory. 8 minutes gone here in the third period. Puck is deep into Eastman zone. Comes out front, Cole DeConnick steers it away from any danger there, and now Wilton's out with it. Chips it around the board, sidesteps a check. They got a few numbers in here. Hill down to get the puck. Nice play by Borger to get it for Zeremet. He leaves it for number 6 in Patrick, and he gets it to the blue line, no further. Refs are going to wave off icing here as Eastman gets it into the Wild zone. Preston Seymour and DeConnick trying to keep the puck in, but it gets out, and here comes Vitali on a bit of a 2-on-1. Vitali with Gibbons. Diving defender goes back to Gibbons. A nice move into Morin. Again, stretches out and makes a fabulous save, but Noah Morin looks shaken up as he went hard into the post when Gibbons was crashing.
Cole DeConnick made a good play coming back, but ran into his goaltender, threw him up against the post. So this is not what Eastman wanted to see either, but it looks like Morin will be okay as, well, maybe I shouldn't say that yet. He is standing. Yeah, he'll be fine. He knows that DeConnick was just trying to do his job as a defenseman on that one, but you never want to see that. You know, it was a good play, but at the same time, know where your net is so you don't take your goaltender out because bad goal, right?
Yes,
possibly. So
save of the game so far for Noah Morin. Gives his D-man in DeConnick a pat on the back because he knew he was doing everything to keep that puck out of the zone. Offside here against Eastman. 11:47 left in the third period.
Well, the Winnipeg Wild have fired 29 shots on Eastman. Eastman has fired 11 on Winnipeg Wild. 11 shots is never going to win you any hockey games, but hopefully they can get one goal here in the next little bit to make this a real exciting finish.
Yeah, the milk jugs filled with coins are in full effect here for the Eastman faithful. And you know if they score, there's going to be a lot of noise being made here by the Eastman fans.
Oh, it's going to get loud near then.
Chipped
That's
out.
what they're waiting for, too.
Chipped out to center. Coppinger sends it in. He goes after and gets it with Bettens. Bettens and Chenier, the top line for the Wild. Try to maintain some pressure in the Eastman zone, but it's sent out there by Burkheide. Now the defenseman in wait, chips it up to the blue line, no further as Osada kicks it in. He's going to have to wait for his mates to get back on side as Cruz was inside the Wild zone. And now Patrick, being nice pressure there by Matt Osada. Can't get the puck off a stick though. Patrick up to Chenier. He chipped it to the blue line. No further as Hyde is waiting there for it. Now Violet Hoffman. Violet Hoffman across the red line. Up to Brulé. Brulé sends it on net. That's blocking away around. Hoffman with a rebound shot, and that's wide of the net. Brulé stops at the blue line. Tries to get it down low off a skate of Chenier. He gets it up for Cisic, and Cisic up for Bettens. Bettens has a little bit of room down the right wing. Bettens makes a move, sends it for Copperger. That's through his skates.
If Hoffman is skating on that play, this could very well be a 1-1 game right now.
We're going to have an interference call here against the Winnipeg Wild, but Eastman still maintains puck. Here comes Cruz through the slot, tries to get a shot off. Stopped by multiple defenders there, but nonetheless, an interference call against the Winnipeg Wild. And at 10:30 left in the third period, this is exactly what Eastman need to try to equalize this game up.
Absolutely, and I think at this point they need to engage their defensemen right now as well for the rest of this game until they can tie this thing up, and they got the guy out there to do it right now in Cole DeConnick. They got the Seymour Hill and Wilton line out there. These guys have been good. Hill's been good in the face-off, so let's see what happens.
Kyle Bettens, the leading scorer for the Winnipeg Wild, at 9:30 in the third period for interference. Here comes Eastman selects down low behind the net for Hill. Hill cycles it down for Wilton. Wilton looking for a centering pass. Nothing there, so he drops it behind the net for Seymour. Seymour down to the point for Draward. Draward up for Hill. Hill down for Seymour in front for DeConnick, and he misses the one-timer. Back to Draward. He takes a little, an intended wide shot off the boards to Wilton. Now Hill out there to help him. The puck gets a little bit away from him, but he's able to get back control and get it behind the net for Wilton. Wilton now stops behind the net, goes in front for Hill. Shots blocked there. A scrum ensues in front, and Noah Anderson pounces on the puck. Looks back at the goalie as he wanted an earlier whistle. Knew he had the puck, but obviously with that many bodies, the ref couldn't see where it was.
And the thing I like about it too is that as an Eastman selects moved in big Cole DeConnick on that one as well. You're not going to push him out of the way too easy, but yeah, they had a lot of traffic in front of the net, and the referee, well, he had no choice but to blow it down because he had no idea where it was among all that massive humanity out there. So the Eastman selects are doing exactly what they need to do right now. Crash the net, starting to get some shots. They still only got 12 on net, but they're doing what they need to do right now.
Brulé at the point is pressured there by Namaka. The puck gets out, and Ceramic finishes the job and gets it all the way down the ice for the Wild. 1 minute left in the Eastman power play. Shots at 29-12 in favor of the Winnipeg Wild, and up comes Osadic, the leading scorer for the Selects. He gets to the blue line and sends it in. And it goes all the way down to the point, and Brulé, he keeps it in. Brulé looks for Osadic, a little bit behind him, but Osadic chases up to it. Osadic looking for Cruz, stopped there by Namaka. Great play, and he gets it out to the red line where Brulé is waiting. Brulé up for Osadic. He's going to try it all over again. Osadic takes it wide down the left wing around Cisic. Osadic behind the net. Osadic still's got it. He circles and drops it back down there for Hyde. Hyde back behind the net for Hoffman. Hoffman loses the puck, and Cisic is there, gets the puck, chips it all the way down the ice. 18 seconds left in the power play. Eastman has to hustle here. Here comes Hyde. Hyde over for Cruz. He has a little bit of room. Cruz takes a shot. Great block by Cisic there in the slot. Lays out, takes one for the team, and blocks a potential scoring opportunity for the Selects. Cruz, Preston Seymour has it out in front for Hyde. His one-timer misses the net. Hyde now takes a nice big hit from Leonard. Absolutely stapled him along the boards. Now comes Chenier up for Gibbons. A little bit ahead of him, but Gibbons with some speed chases up to it. Sticked off the puck by DeConnick. And now Wilton off the boards to the red line. Where it's stopped there by Mason Wade of the Winnipeg Wild. Wade to the defenseman in Borger. Borger up to Bettens. Nice hit there by Wilton on Bettens. Puck goes down to DeConnick. A little bit pass behind his net for DeLorme. DeLorme now for DeConnick. Off the boards for Hill. He loses it. And it goes to the defenseman in Borger, and Borger's able to keep it in. DeConnick now high off the glass to center ice. And Eastman's going to make a change. Wait now to his D-man in Borger. Borger off the glass to center, where it's stopped there by Seymour, but Borger gets it back. Borger gets to the red line and sends it in wisely into the Eastman zone, where DeLorme is waiting for it. DeLorme, Joe DeLorme of the Eastman Selects, number 13, off the boards to the line. It gets bouncing past by Waite. Armistead was hard on that, but Waite gets back and recovers quickly before Armistead could break away and get a scoring chance for the Eastman Selects. But the puck's turned over at the blue line. Eastman keeps it in Armistead. Armistead behind the net, looking for Grossman. Grossman rubbed out there by Borger. Great play by Borger. Gets to the wing for Cedric Chenier. Chenier across the ice for Kyle Bettens. Bettens up ahead for Coppinger. He's got a one-on-one with McGowan. Coppinger inside and out. Great defensive play by Blair McGowan as he stops Coppinger from almost having to break away. And now the other way. We have an end-to-end rush happening here. Armistead dumps it in. Troy Earl's back behind his net to pick it up. Troy Earl up to 18 and Fox. Fox sends it down. Not going to be enough for icing. Now Blair McGowan. Hard on the puck is Jost for the Wild. Blair McGowan and Jost working at it. Puck comes around up to the half wall where Armistead's working for it. Armistead chips it to the red line. Here comes 19 and Grossman. Great defensive play. Gets a shot off. Just misses the net high and wide. And Grossman goes hard into the backboards. But he seems to be okay as he gets up.
Good play by Grossman to knock that one down and then to get a great shot away.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. Here comes Gibbons wide around the captain, Drew Draward. Gibbons loses the puck to Draward and he's going to get it out. Here comes Matt Osonic. He's got to step on the defenseman in Patrick. Matt Osonic behind the net. C6 working on him. Osonic shimmy shakes him. Osonic still with the puck. Leaves it there for Cruz. Cruz up the wall to McGowan. McGowan now takes a shot. Almost tipped by Osonic. Just past his stick. And now Hoffman went for a centering pass to Osonic. That tips off the stick of Zeremet. And on the stick. And Osonic with a strip. He got over the room on the breakaway. Backhand, forward, backhand. And the puck is off the net. I think Nicholas Anderson made the save. It is in his glove. No goal signals to ref. But what a chance for the leading goal scorer. A guy you don't want on a breakaway in Matthew Osonic.
Matthew Osonic is doing what he needs to do to try and get this team back into this thing and to tie this thing up. What a good play there. But I think he made one too many moves. He should have just on that second deke, he should have tried to snap one, backhand, whatever it is he was thinking of doing instead of making that other move. And that's where he ran out of room. So good job on Nicholas Anderson to hang in there with that one, and he was able to keep the puck out.
Yeah, Nicholas Anderson's biggest save of the game tonight, bar none. Matthew Osonic tried to go backhand, forehand, backhand, and then jam it home, but ran out a little bit of real estate. Nicholas Anderson was hard on the post and made the save.
GT Performance Hockey dedicated to developing young players' hockey skills, serving Pembina Valley, Eastman, and McDonald. Call them today for spring and summer hockey camps. Call Gerald Petro at 204-299-2094. GT Hockey Performance.
Puck is won by the Winnipeg Wild around the boards. Where Namaka, the captain, is waiting for it. Namaka back behind his net to Cusack. Cusack chips it high off the glass. That's going to go all the way down the ice. And Vitali's hard on the puck, beats out the icing. Great play by Vitali. Vitali now has the puck behind the select zone, centers it. Nothing happening there as Osonic intercepts that pass. Osonic to Hyde, and Hyde goes high off the glass down to center. Hoffman, Osonic both try to chip it in. And they successfully get it into the Wild zone. Nice hit there by
William Cruz.
Osonic now stops the puck at the half wall. Namaka trying to get it out. It's stopped there by Brule. Brule sends it deep where Cruz is waiting. Cruz spins off and takes a check there from Earl. Now Osonic takes a check from Cusack. Back to the puck for Brule. He takes a shot. That's wide. Carams out the backboard for Osonic. Osonic walks into the slot. Nice play there by Vitali again as he's able to get the puck off Osonic, a dangerous person in the slot. And now Burke Hyde, 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the third period. Works out the breakup for the Eastman Selects. 4-5 bodies here along the near boards. Pursuing for the puck. Wild get it deep into the Eastman zone. Brule is working. Bettens leaves it there for Chenier. Chenier shakes off his check, still controls it. Chenier, good work down deep in the Eastman Select zone. And now Hill, he gets the puck up for Preston Seymour. Seymour chips and chases up across the blue line. Seymour now wide around Coppinger. Coppinger able to get his stick on that and get it to the red line, but no further as Draward's waiting for it and sends it right back in to the Wild zone. Puck comes to the blue line where Connick's waiting for it. He takes a shot off a body and comes out to center ice. Drew Draward, 3 minutes, 47 seconds left for the Eastman Selects to get the equalizer. Up for Hill. Hill across the blue line. A lot of Wild bodies around him, and he loses the puck to the Wild, chip it back out. Now Drew Draward, the captain, at the red line, sends it all the way back in, and Eastman's going to make a change.
Right now, Eastman is doing a lot of things right. They're starting to take over the play a little bit. They're getting shots on goal, still not a ton, but they've got a few more already than they've had. So he's got to keep the foot on the gas here now, and I think now's the time to engage their defenseman.
Osadic tried to walk into the zone. It was a nice stick check there by Kluche of the Winnipeg Wild. Puck came out of the zone and back in quickly. They called offside against Eastman. 29-14 are the shots you referred to in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. Still 1-0 here in the third period.
Cole DeConnick didn't think that was an offside. I kind of tend to agree a little bit with him on that one, but needless to say, the linesman was on the blue line, and well, he knows best, right?
Back in the Wild zone in Cisic. Cisic to Namaka. Namaka looking for Leonard. It's on his stick and off quickly and into the select zone. Leonard rubs out his defenseman along the boards. And Namaka's there with a few Eastman select bodies. Drops it down low when Leonard works on it. In comes Kluche from the far wing to help out. And Kluche to Leonard in front for Namaka. Great defensive play by Brulé to not allow that pass to get through. And now Osadic behind his net, loses the puck to Kluche. Kluche loses the puck to Hoffman, and here comes Hoffman and Cruz. Cruz leaves it for Hoffman. Great back check there by Kluche as he's able to get Hoffman off the puck and send the puck deep into the Eastman zone. 2.5 minutes left here in the third period. 1-0 Winnipeg Wild. Now Brulé sidesteps his check, but loses it to another man in Leonard, and he gets it back down low. Great offensive forechecking by the Winnipeg Wild, not allowing Eastman to get it out of their own zone and get any offensive pressure. The Eastman crowd here trying to cheer on their boys, trying to help get the puck out of their zone and get another chance with 2 minutes remaining. Here comes Grossman. Nothing happening as the Wild quickly out of their zone. Now Gibbons loses the puck to Grossman. Back to Gibbons. Gibbons now has a little bit of room. Puts it wide around Draward, trying to jump side to side around the captain and Drew Draward. Eastman pass, that gets ahead of Boschman, and Coppinger sends it back down low. Eastman's running out of time here. Eastman now with Wilton. Wilton off the boards, but Chenier is waiting for it. Eastman has got to get the puck out of their own zone. Wilton up for Grossman.
I think they're gripping their sticks a little too tight here because they know this is the last minute 15 they've got in their hockey season. They just got to play the game, stay cool and calm, and they can still get one here.
Puck is sent down, but Coppinger didn't get to the red line before he did it. Icing against the Winnipeg Wild, and maybe the chance Eastman was looking for to regroup, get a whistle, get the line matchup they want out there, and an offensive face-off into the Wild zone.
And the Boulder goaltender and the sixth attacker right now as well with trying to tie this thing up. So actually a very, very poor, very bad decision on the icing there as it plays into Eastman's favor, who have also now just called a 30-second timeout to figure out what it is exactly they want to do. I would stick big 17 in front of the net, big Cole DeConnick, and let him just bang away at it. And of course bring a second centerman out in case you lose the draw, right? But I would stick DeConnick in front.
Yeah, well, Eastman looks like they're going to go with the sixth man of DeConnick, Cruz, Osadic, Seymour, the captain, Drew Draward, and Rylan Hoffman. So their top line, their captain, their leading goal-scoring defenseman in DeConnick, and Preston Seymour also out there with them for the sixth man.
So they're bringing their power line out right now, and they're also going to go up against the Wild's top line too. Coppinger's out there, who's also scored a couple of shorthanded goals. That guy is dangerous on the PK. So Winnipeg, Eastman is going to have to be careful what they do here. They want to win this face-off to get this thing started. Try and get it back to the point. Let the point be the quarterback out there. Move that thing around. Stick the Koenig in front of the net and just keep pumping one shot after another.
I must say that Noah Morin did everything possible to keep this team in this game. It's now out of his control as the goalie is pulled. 6-on-5. It's up to the skaters of the Eastman Selects. Puck is dropped. Face-offs won by Eastman, but the Wild were able to get it, chip it to the blue line where the defenseman has some trouble with it. Coppinger at the red line sends it in, and Osadic has to go back for it. Last minute remaining here in the third period. Osadic behind his own net, trying to shake off Chenier. Gets a little bit of a hook, but no call. Back is Draward. He has the puck now, and Eastman works for a breakout. Draward up to Cruz. Cruz sidesteps Bettens. Cruz now across the blue line, no offside. Cruz looks for Seymour. He's stopped there by Chenier. Chenier just wisely chips it out, doesn't try to go for the net. 35 seconds here remaining in the third period. Puck sent into the blue line no further as Eastman had the puck in Preston. Down to DeConnick. He takes a shot wide of the net. Just trying to get
Never saw that one.
And now Buttons has it. He shoots for the open net. That's wide, right? As he shot from the blue line and just missed the net. Behind the net is Seymour. Only 14 seconds remaining. Puck goes out of play. Faceoff's going to be inside the select zone. I wonder if Noah, and you're going to see Noah Moran coming back on the ice as the faceoff is in Eastman zone, but only 13 seconds left. They're going to need a quick outlet pass, a rush up the ice, and some sort of magic here late in the third.
Yeah, it'll have to be a miracle right now, I think, because the faceoff is deep in the zone. All Winnipeg Wild have to do is win this draw, and this game is pretty much done. Tough end for the Eastman season that way, but they put their best foot forward here in the third period, but you can't win a game in 20 minutes, right? So, had they've had their foot on the gas in the first 40 minutes like they've had now, is would have been a different outcome.
Puck is dropped. Quick shot by Leonard. Good thing Moran was there because he had to make a save. 8 seconds now remaining in this hockey game and what has been a fantastic, low-scoring affair, but a fantastic hockey game nonetheless between the Eastman Selects and the Winnipeg Wild. A fantastic series, if I may say so. Puck is chipped around the boards where Bettens is waiting for it. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Winnipeg Wild have taken this series in 5 games with a 1-0 victory over the Eastman Selects. They are going to go ahead to the Manitoba Midget AAA Finals, and like we said, they're going to meet the undefeated Yellowhead Chiefs, who have had no problem sweeping both series so far in these playoffs.
That Yellowhead Chiefs team, that team is just a powerhouse from one end to the other. Their defense engaged regularly. Their forwards are unbelievable. They got good speed. They can finish their checks. Winnipeg Wild are going to be in for a battle in this one. But if they play the way they did today, it should be one Jim Dandy of a series. I'll tell you that much right now. But Eastman right now gave it their best foot forward in this series. I mean, they took it to a 5th and deciding game. They could maybe be a little tired, maybe. At the same time, but had the Selects have played the first 2 periods like they did this third period, I think we would have seen a goal from them to make this a 1-1 game, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
As both teams come to center ice for the ceremonial handshake at the end of all series that we see here. Just before that, the whole team of Eastman Selects, of course, crowds Noah Moran, who put a stellar performance, not just in this game, but game 2 through to game 5. Noah Moran kept them in and involved in every single game, and it showed here tonight with a 29 save performance, stopped 29 of 30 shots in a 1-0 victory for the Wild. But if I had to name 3 stars, I'd be foolish to leave out Noah Moran here in this game.
Oh, you got to definitely name him as one of the stars. I'd even name him probably even the first star because 30 shots, I mean, that's 2-1 shot difference, right? I mean, that's huge numbers. And to allow 1 goal, I mean, that's also a huge save percentage, right? So Noah Moran would definitely be my number 1 star in this game. And then I think I would, I don't even think I would give Anderson one just for the amount of work that he had. Honestly, I mean, Moran number 1, and then you take the goal scorer number 2, and I would put Cole DeConnick number 3.
Yeah, not a lot of shots for Nicholas Anderson, but there were a few key saves for sure that he had to steer aside. The breakaway chance for Matt Osadic being one of them late in the third period. If he gets that in behind Anderson, we have a 1-1 tie, and all momentum now rise with the Eastman Selects. So, even though only 14 shots, I would still give great props to Nicholas Anderson, who in our pregame show, we said had to have good numbers. In the season, unheralded. Named the goalie of the league in the Manitoba AAA Midget League. Named the top goaltender. So far in the playoffs, his numbers have dipped a bit. But again, even through 14 shots, he stopped all of them. And all the Wild needed was 1 to get a victory here tonight and advance to the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, everything you said is definitely valid, but I don't know, I just didn't think Nicholas Anderson really deserved, to be a star kind of thing. But I mean, yeah, was he huge on that breakaway by Osadic? Absolutely. He's the reason why that stayed the score that it was. But I mean, to score a goal at the 6:45 mark of the first period, carry that one all the way through. I mean, that's huge. I mean, you got to tip your hat to the Winnipeg Wild. I mean, Eastman brought it in the end, and they just stayed with their plan. They stayed composed. You know what? We're going to get that puck out every chance we get, and if we have the opportunity for an odd man rush, we're going to take it. So hats off to the Winnipeg Wild. Congratulations to the Winnipeg Wild. Unfortunate ending for the Eastman Selects, but they'll be back and they're going to be even stronger next year.
Yeah, and the Yellowhead Chiefs are awaiting the Winnipeg Wild. And what's going to be a fantastic series. I believe you have the official scoring summary here tonight, which I guess didn't change much since our scoring summary after the first.
Well, the scoring summary is Ben Kopinger did score at 6:45 of that first period on an even strength goal from Kyle Benz and Cedric Chenier. But there was also 3 penalties as Nicholas Cicek took an interference penalty at 4:19 of that first period. And then the Eastman Selects took a penalty, Blair McGowan for boarding. And then the Winnipeg Wild, Nicholas Cicek took a head contact. Even with that head contact penalty to get rid of Cicek there for a little bit there, right at the end of that first period, power play going into the second period. Even if Eastman could have capitalized there or even had some shots on goal at that point, might have changed the tempo of this game, but they just seemed flat on the power play in my eyes.
Yeah, we had 2 keys prior to the game. One, of course, being home ice advantage. As in this series, the winning team always protected home ice through all 5 games. The Wild did it again here in Game 5. So you know when they get home ice advantage against the Yellowhead Chiefs, they're going to want to keep that trait and momentum going. And also the team that scored first had lost all 4 games, so they managed to find a way to play a full 60 minutes after scoring an early goal 6.5 minutes into the first period. And they maintained pressure that whole game.
Yeah, I was going to mention that in case you didn't, but the team who scores first usually loses. But something was just different about this game for my feeling, even though I didn't say it early on. But I had a feeling about this game that if Eastman wasn't going to come at 110% today, that 1 goal would be all it took. And that's all it took right now. And unfortunately for the Eastman Selects, it was against them instead of for them. So the Eastman Select season is over, and Winnipeg Wild will now meet the Yellowhead Chiefs.
Just a reminder, tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Pembina Highfield MRI, Manitoba's premier expedited MRI provider. Our focus is on same-week MRI diagnostics with affordable pricing. We have several hundreds of Canadian patients and are trusted by dozens of Manitoba's leading orthopedic specialists, sports medicine doctors, physios, and chiropractors. Visit PembinaMRI.com. Final thoughts?
Well, you know, there was... you could say reffing a little bit, not that it affected the game, but there were some calls they didn't call, some calls that they called which looked, you know, almost like a makeup call.
Consistently inconsistent, as you could say, with most refs across all ages of hockey. They do their best job, but of course there's going to be calls that they miss, there's going to be calls that fans don't like, but...
As an ex-official, I didn't want to say that, but yes, I mean, that is definitely true. I thought Eastman looked a little sluggish early on. They didn't look like they really had the legs at all. You don't want to say it this way, but it looked like they didn't want to play today. But then they got going kind of that second half of the second period and into the third a little bit more. But Winnipeg Wild, they had their foot on the gas all night long. And Eastman, I mean, that whole first period was playing Eastman's zone. I mean, they were just circling. I mean, they were going around and around and around. I think Eastman finally got dizzy after one point there. I mean, they were chasing them so bad. And that's not to be, you know, say anything bad about Eastman Selects, but Winnipeg was on their game tonight in that first period, and it showed by getting that first goal at the 6.5 minute mark, and they were able to hang on by having good puck control.
Yeah, the Winnipeg Wild, first seed throughout the regular season, I believe only lost 6 games throughout the whole regular season. So for Eastman to take 2 out of 5 here, a great valiant effort by them, but again, 1 goal just short to make it to their second consecutive finals. Meanwhile, Winnipeg, who won last year, their 4th championship overall, will be heading to their second consecutive finals to face the Yellowhead Chiefs. I want to thank everyone who's listening tonight to Manitoba Midget AAA hockey here. We will be back for the finals here at the MTS Iceplex in Game 1. Wayne, Cohenhoven, always a pleasure.
We also got one more game tomorrow. We're going to call on the Manitoba Sports Network as well, and that's the Carolina Senior Hockey League's MSJ Wild versus Springfield 98s. That's a Game 7. You want to see senior hockey at its finest, this one is going to have it all. It's already been nasty, and it's going to continue on. That has been a good series as well. And then we're also going to be in Morden as well doing AAA female hockey. That, I believe, is Game 2, Pembina Valley Hawks versus the Westman Wildcats. And then Saturday is a game I'm looking forward to. That's AAA Bandom Provincials. It's going to be a big, big weekend here for the Manitoba Sports Network. But as you said, it's been an honor working with you, Rory, here today. And we'll catch up with you again soon, let's hope.
Well, loaded schedule, it appears, for the Manitoba Sports Network here. Winnipeg Wild, after a 1-0 win tonight, are going to get back on the horse as they meet the undefeated Yellowhead Chiefs. 1-0 Winnipeg, the final score here at the MTS Iceplex in Game 5. This has been Manitoba AAA Midget Hockey across the Manitoba Sports Network.